Good afternoon, everyone. Dr. Jeffrey Lant. We're speaking with Stan Davis, our friend from South Africa, down in Nice in the neighborhood. Stan has yet to invite me to this 4-week vacation that I've been hinting at. Briefly mentioned will suffice. My birthday's coming up, and Stan, your president has not yet been to make sure I get it on. Anyways, here for Anything Goes. This is a frolic, this program, through intelligent thinking, a whole host of things you don't like. You know, but our cover covers it. I do believe anything goes. We're going to be dealing with the grass is always greener. And Stan knows the expression. I'm going to show failure to get beyond the expression is holding you back. Program in which we deal with why are you not in our community, why are you not making money on the internet, why are you not growing your list on the internet, what's wrong with you? Well, because you see, many decide on something, the grass is always greener and you want to jump. So what we have is, Stan, we have an infestation of internet fleas who can go and hop about, and it's most annoying. And friend, Mr. Russell of the United States, I think we will find that you may well be a internet flea. This program is live. It is in 2 separate spheres, if you will. It has now over 100 people in it for this edition. We meet at 1 a.m., 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And we about how and what's strange about who aren't making any money. There are all reasons if you're poor, why you're poor. We're going to discuss that with Mr. Stan. No, and I have to say, what? Would be better than no personal representative high up that he was that warrant. You know, bureaucrats actually do with the Treasury Department, except take money and then credit that with payment. I mean, what do you do with our money anyway? It comes in the envelopes. What do you do? Stan Davis.
In the Treasury or the department is to oversee the things, and the one is to find out where to find the money that is going to the wheels of government.
But we know where that money is. It's in our pockets, and we want to keep it there.
There is a legitimate way to put there, and then there is the other that keeps it there.
Let me give you a forward. Learned in the stars of the Harvard Law School tonight. The immortal word: traffic avoidance is not a crime. Tax evasion. That's all you need to know. And people got everything these days. Usually, to the point, nothing is already on the internet. Or now, grass is always greener.
The perception that the grass is greener on the other side is because there is more fertilizer.
Yes. Well, we don't want to go into that. We touched on that earlier. Also, I was dedicated to you and Anthony Jordan from Canada, and to the 160. I tell you, the other sphere is, of course, YouTube. So we plotted onto YouTube by our so efficient Patrice Porter. She is a lady from Saskatchewan, attention of these programs to task, and she has made herself responsible. And you know, I'm glad that she did it. So I'm taking my hat off to you yet again. I take my hat off to Patrice every single day. She's had this job. Would you like to throw, Stan, would you like to throw Patrice a bouquet?
Absolutely. It is an excellent effort, and it is very professionally done. Oh, very good.
But the real issue is that she covers me. It's the most important thing, because sometimes I forget which time. I'm sure how old I am. Well, anyway, those might be what they are. This is old. It's become muddled. There's so many things going on. The world, dear friends. A soupçon of you. Okay. We need to know, 20 people that are looking at us, why haven't you joined one program of our type for over 23 years? Daily. Years, we've been, likes to say, showing up is 90%. And by moving away, say, oh, can we do it free? Oh, can we do it for free? Oh, time with as little work as possible. Do we have to have music? And about 2 idiotic questions. Dedication, please don't do it to me. Don't come in and say, I've been officially do. Well, I didn't do logic being such that a failure. Logic would have been on its head. It's come to us every day with the expectation, Mark, you're they rage against the dying of the light.
Absolutely. It is that purport to give the promise one click, pass it back, and then you watch the money roll bank account is there to just disprove it that way. It only works if you sit at the button and continuously press the buttons to ensure some pieces working deliver the money that you are desiring. People
now I ask
managing if you are the one man business that you want to be, you're the manager, you're the sales director, you're the secretary, and all 4 of you or 5 of you, depending on how many titles you want to give yourself, you keep on. As soon as one sits down and has coffee, nothing works. So you work, and that is the way.
My true words of mere people. They have a value of the word idea. They have a scheme so that they do how the scheme is to be. If you listen to my remarks over the last 22 years, I always say, you're not joining us. What then are I am making 5 Illinois State never for those useful magic words. Withdraw. Those are the people. Because I have just joined. Any monitors? No. Does your program have any list development facilities? Well, no. Does your program have... And I say, then, are you without all the must of success? They look at me like God, and then they say these words. God loves me. Things would be differently. Arranged. You know how many people are lying right this minute to the deity who is for many of these people to believe is a way station to deceive. Stan? Deceive themselves, I mean.
Belief has a certain element, but if you mix element with a semblance of reality, then you are deceiving yourself. You have got to understand the balance. To just solve the problem will not do the job.
Now, I'm going to use Larry Yepers as an example. You know, one of the things that infuriates my students is I actually don't make up examples. I use them as the examples. Oh, that's dicey business about the students. I was teaching at the University of New Orleans I have taught universities around the world, over 30. When I was teaching at the University, one of my classes was they had to write and run the responses were. Hey, response, this is what I did. Young woman, by my standards, 35. It turned out to a perfection. And I said, well, I haven't done so well. Well, I had the opportunity to run it 3 times. If it didn't, did you leave it? Well, yes, I thought it, more people saw it. Excuse me, madam. If I saw a dead dog in the street on the subsequent days, do you think it would be alive? Hence, generating my framework of a dead dog will lie. Now, friends, here's the deal. For Russell and Larry and LaTonya, you're deceiving yourself. If your bad copy doesn't generate dog, hold your nose. Get rid of it. If your opportunity doesn't make systematic and organized way, they develop over the course of the 23 years in this place a system that works. Think that it works. We don't prognosticate that it works. It works about George Koch. You may not know this, but he has degrees in physics, mathematics. He flies jet aircraft. You know, the ones that fly the little house, protect entire country. This is a paragon of precision. He can think things like, you know, I'm a social scientists say, well, or just think about theories. And punctilious, precise, and efficient an individual to let something go by which didn't work. Now, social scientists are different. We say the question needs further study. Yes, the question of Mr. Davis is an honorable question, but it needs more. Church doesn't say that. He said, I'm going to say this to everyone in this audience. Do you know and have you done the traffic your site every single day? Do you treat it episodically when you feel like it? If you only do it when you feel like it, you don't have a business, you have a joke. You want to study? You want to say that, Mr. Stan Davis? And I want you to comment on George's, the man That is a precise comment.
That is absolutely true. In his trade and in the practice, he has become aware and he appears that a square peg fits. He doesn't try and believe that the square peg will eventually fit in, and he utilized the square peg in the square hole, but he doesn't chop and change. He's doing the thing that works. It shows that he
want to know
that is
what George is passionate about. Results. Its results. He analyzes the result. To direct you all to a secret session. What social scientists actually do. Today, I want to say to those of you who have regular traffic, when we say to you that we are making the best traffic offer in the history of this company, and that it was put together laborious piece by George Koch, we mean that's results. And when I ask you, what are you going to pass on the offer, and you come up with some excuse, I say to myself, do you realize the opportunity cost of all the wrong decisions you've made and the procrastination and the hesitancy? Do you know how that plays out in your bank account? Today, if you handle it properly, will be leveraged for the rest of your life, or not. Today, you could put money in a mutual fund. It would pay off for the rest of your life, or not. It is fact. If you're now from your internet enterprises, drop them and come to us. Not because of the bank wrong. And now let me give you the piece. We will help you perfect and multiple income streams. Well, our invention of that phrase. It might be true. I've invented this in my life. Multiple income streams. I want you to have them. If you can't make one work, make 100 work. And the reverse is true too. If you can make one work by following our suggestions, implicit in everything that we do in this place is multiple income streams. And it's prepared to have multiple income streams. Lisa Minute Martinique. But 3, Mr. Davis, you want streams? You lead a very luxurious life, so you probably needed 1 or 2.
So, but requires application, persistent application,
and a plan that tells you how to make money at Worldprofit. He tells you how internet opportunities. A little bit of history, since I am a historian, and I like to remember that from time to time. Many years ago, when I first knew George, we set up a cutting edge George system. I'm talking now 3 years ago, people would want new a day. I was so the curve didn't even know what he was so far. How many of you 23 and that? Oh, it's really still go wagon days. 20 how more advanced and enlightened time with all the telecommunications flagrantly. How many of you have brought in 50 associates in a day? 50 lined up of in a day. And 100. A consistent basis. This is what the game was. The game is making, and he understood to make money, you had to have a constant inflow. Call them what you will, prospects, customers, it doesn't matter what their name is, what they are. That's what they are. How many of you would like to have multiple income streams, multiple checks? That's what it means. Many, Mr. Davis, I know a man who is of the ecology movement, and you don't squander. Would you like a couple of extra shekels from time to time?
Definitely.
Now, wouldn't you like to come into a company that has as its goal, and making, have you ever heard the CEO of a company say, our goal is clear. We want you to have multiple income streams and we will show you how to get them. We are pleased to elevate people from impoverishment to profit. We are capitalists here. We like capitalism. We even like plutocracy. We've venerated. We show you the way to get it. If you do what we're saying, if you pay attention to us, the financial gates open. Why? We won't let you fail. We're going to strap the training wheels up. Mr. Russell Malhoun, has any CEO ever told you that about the companies you've been involved? No. They haven't, and because you achieve wealth through multiple industries is not their objective. It is here. Mr. Davis, you're hearing me wax poetic about the essence of life, which is not to put all your eggs in one basket.
That is important. That is, it is like a bow and even a second string, I should say. It is the ability and the capability of having an additional although not.
Oh, I don't know. We make you understand. Place has grown for 44 years because we're lied, and I like it, and we laid out the steps to new at that time with the understanding that no more and we would improve. How many notice virtually daily improve? How many of you see what you saw yesterday and you thought was sublime today is great because we've gone on to a new level of sublime. That's it. We don't stop. The internet does urge, and you have to be made it or you become the dynasty. Stan?
That is probably one of the most important and significant element of what the three, that if it was a question of competition and space with an free for all, and competition is all that a company to survive for so long, founding members survive along with it can only mean that they know what they're doing and they do in the right manner, and no competition has made their chosen path.
Now I'm going to do what I used to. Now I'm going to do what I used to be infuriating. We'll do this technique rather infuriating to professor. You know, I'm 50 years as an educator. I've seen every student condition. I've seen my deception, scheme, concoction. Old warhorse. I'm Williamson from Iceland. A guild is a person we love. We understand how to make money. Comes for a little bit, and he disappears. Grass was greener. He back and says, Dr. Lant, I know what you're going to say to me. And then I do say it because I'm not of the school that says, be polite. Not polite. I'm effective. Doesn't mean the same thing. Or go the same direction. And he comes back again. And I see. And he goes away because he's from Iceland, where there's no disposition, slightest blade of grass. Nonetheless, if you would have followed my advice, which you said you would, because we love you, Gil, and I would embrace him as a person, and businessman, because he said he will follow and then does not follow the advice. And that green grass continues to bend. This, you see, he's a charmer.
Lant, I would like to take those words that you used and apply them to the activity of peace. Is to cultivate a garden. Plant the seeds, you need to water them day by day. So, with attention, the rewards on a dedicated, as you are not going to reap reward.
Yes, we were going to do dark 18th century written named our way to the Voltaire. And he said, notre jardin. What did it mean? Is that you don't grass. The grass is where you do the cultivation. You want green grass? Plant it, water it, protect it, defend it. Apologize for the fact that you may be leading unsophisticated, boring lives. The best lives are not. Why? Health care, family is interesting. I don't want interest in my life. I cultivate more. I have illness. Now, Gil, will you on this tour or retour, I should say, retour, stick with side and stick with it? Will you stop believing that the grass is greener anywhere else? Will you do that? And if you do that, crazy. I need all the help I can get in heaven. So I will call upon you with those words right home and give me right it so I can take it with me on my way upstairs. I want to go out now. We are having a lot of people in here. Angela's here. And Buddhaman is here. Tamas here. And Larry will make you all. Maybe you will not take it. And you will therefore prove beyond a single word today. Now I'm going to tell you flat out cause in this particular affair for over 20 years. He's older than him, and I'm telling you, well, for 20 years, seniority Harvard embassy with without some sort of interconnection line, that's the line, and it was the truth. If you want to make money, you've got to have members of your team, the people who can help you. Russell, who handles it? Samar, who handles your administration and center? He is the most equitable, paid, organized person I know, and that he's been the longest serving president of any internet company in the world. Because are you doing it, Russell and Sterling and Mohammed? Tell me, how do you expect to run an internet business without a wide variety of tools that we provide? How do you expect to do that? And I want an answer. I don't want a plea. I don't want a prayer. I want an answer. Russell, Stan, are we going to ever get an answer from these people who float it out so gracefully, so futilely?
Go back to the art. They are the best form of fertilizer in that garden. And if there are no footsteps to God with tending them to be, no reward will have you intended is no idea of success. It is not. In fact,
we stand here. It does no good, some say, and it's completely beyond the ability of the average person to understand. Read out. Sanders, Russell, Mary Yippers, Shy, and so Shane, and so on. If you don't respond, we're going to catch you out. You will be on your own, and you will never be time, and you will never get what you've done. If you have a moment of clarity down the road, at least 30 years from now, you say, Dr. Jeffrey Lant, hope that humbly beg, because remember we're collecting we're reckoning, not the treasury, cosmic. I'm waiting. Now here's what we're going to do, Stan. I'm going to ask you first of all to read the special declaration on the screen. Well, you'll see we're going to segue into an offer for a single person which is about 100 reading the Declaration in Boston, Massachusetts, 1770.
Of those persons that are looking in on the live business, there is a soul outreach for all orders from far and middle countries, also for all marketers from former Soviet bloc nations, China. Worldprofit Inc. Welcome. On the internet, to begin requires 95 cents US, and if you do not have it, please these apps, I would be that monitor, or someone like me. He might be able to assist. Watch. That's the green one, and it lasts 7 seconds. Let him know you have finished. Please, for is heavy. We are patient. And good manners remove you from without them. Having trouble in the video, press the pause button for 1 minute. Let it quickly. Press the play, or you can view the video here using this link. There it is, the blue link on the screen. And then you turn right to the screen again for the from Morocco intended for your as well.
Now, what we're going to do, declaration of purpose and intent. We are in the process of organizing the world. Clearly stated. Take those who have little and to assist much. But as we've done everything step transparently before the world, just as we're doing today, you see how well it works. I will not pass muster. Now, what we're going to do is read an offer. This offer, people that are in this room, and everyone putting into us is identity. These people, it's for Russell, it's Larry, it's for Mohammed, people that are looking at us up there in those rafters, stop looking at us, become one with us. Stan, please read.
Yeah, the message, the offer is follow. You, let me just get say you have memberships, then you already know the awesome offer we've got for you. If you order, get 1,500, you can get any website drivers. Every month, over 5 million traffic sources. Our monitors start closing sales for you today. Without much earnings are free at link on the order, and this offer is made once, only once to at least still more. It is as follows. This you can have your very own Amazon store on your site, $97. You will be one of the first anywhere in the world. More will train you in detail how to squeeze the highest recognition, and quite frankly, box order now. Your Amazon store bonus also includes 50 associate members who the leg to this offer. Still more if If you upgrade silver membership now, so get over 100 landing pages, over 1,100 real traffic sources, sales closing 24 hours a day, over 1 month, over 3 Facebook marketing courses on how to generate thousands of leads using tactics. Remember, leads and traffic for any business. Here is a full offer. Right now to silver membership. Now you can be on your way to earning consistent income, net traffic, leads, trusted advertising sources, a comprehensive online plus sales closing assistance 24 hours a day offers you this. World Profits are backing is on our membership now to receive the free.
Now, to that sense of offer, I will offer more. The first person who orders, but only associates. 100 people. My personal list will be transmitted to a free copy of my 19th book, Net Profit. Folks, you may get sites in particular on the subject. I don't sit down to write a book that is a great, third-rate endeavor. My oeuvre and my is to be done. Change the world. And this book changed the way the internet is perceived and the way. So, Stan, we're going to give for the first person who clicks on the bright red box all the goodies you gave him, plus 100 associates, plus my new book, my 19th book. We're going to get rid of this whole transaction. Simple directions. This is $9.08. It's not understanding the rules. George bends over backwards. Simplify, simplify, simplify. It's your ability to follow the directions that's the clinker. Do you know, Stan? I know you do know. The average person in our company, for some reason, having been given sure because after all, oh boy, yes it is. Spending money is well. So now I'm already in the committee, Lisa, Gary Smith, write one reason. Words, people choose their way, which is the wrong way, over the right way, which is the money way. I want you to write that they will. I want you to speak. Mr. Stan Davis, what can you tell these people, these poor people who just go out of their way to fool themselves?
Main reason to understand profit is that you are getting the keys to a career for yourself. Now we've just been joined by another of these of the sheep herd. I've been studying the Old Testament. That man has nothing on me. I'm the patriarch myself of a wide congregation. I want to speak to Jeremiah Johnson. Jeremiah, did I say what I have to say in the congregation? Recognize that man, Jeremiah Johnson.
know him. I don't know who remembers him. I remember every single thing about him. And I said to him, he said, if I didn't let you, I'd be the first to ring you. And I said, it may come that yet. Jeremiah is of the Grass is Greener School of Education. He has secured a license from the Grass is Greener School of Education to wander, improve the anything that is not there in front of him at that given moment. And what we would call his travel, like suggests a sort of a dog or cat story, doesn't it? So Jeremiah goes about a litany of adventures that he had. And we never tell him going. I always know he'll come back. And so here you are. The Jeremiah request, but I'm going to put sundry conditions on it. As I know you will. It would be unfair of me to hobble you to the extent that I rely upon your ratiocination process in the brain to advise you along the way. Will you tell me, at the very least, when you are thinking of leaving? This is not a thought. This is not a wish. This is a condition. Well, I have others. And now we wait. I sure will. And now, will you buy yourself an electric clock of some device so that you can tell time? Will you do that in the interest of harmony and efficiency? Will you do that for me? You have several. And will you realize that people like me do not grow on trees? And while I am flexible in my standards to accommodate the many, and while I have learned the most painful and delicate art of biting my tongue, which most people in this room would say that's not possible, you biting your tongue? No, God, compared to what I might say to you, I am giving you the soft and cuddly version. Jeremiah, you will work with me and communicate with me, right? You agree? Now, I'm going to tell you the good thing. Jeremiah is one hell of a salesperson. He could charm the very leaves off of a tree. That's why his shall I say, his travels are so inappropriate. If he'd stay home and cultivate his jardin, cultivate notre jardin, if he would cultivate his own garden, instead of looking over the fence at someone else's garden, you would be a wealthy man by now. Or at least you'd have what the British call, you'd be green. You'd be a green man. Well, Jeremiah, what do you wish to say? Okay. Will you conditions? And am I not a reasonable man, a tolerant man? A fact may have eluded the attention of some, but could not possibly have eluded your. Jeremiah, when this program is going, yes, I am. Henry Ford II said, never explain. I found comfort, the comfortable now. What I say may have been written down by my own for the good of this community. And I have said, and I believe, and I think you know me well enough to believe that you know that I will do anything for this company, including bite my tongue, which is not a pleasant exercise, and when one is harboring on the cusp of 70, is not at all comfortable. Would you say, Stan? Would you say that of the many things we face at 70, that is not the most comfortable?
How did it go?
Now, we're going to go through every name on the right-hand side, and I'm going to have instructions for all. David Pauly, 7 times you've been here. You need to click on the green box and watch. You will have 7 minutes in which to do so, after which we will bring you into this company. Larry Yepper, should he ever Russell, sometimes, rather, this is your first visit. Russell, you haven't said hello. You haven't said a peep. Russell, what is to be gained by your golden silence? What is to be gained by standing on top of the hill saying nothing to anyone about anything of merit or otherwise? What is to be gained, Russell? Communication is arguably the chief benefit of all the other things we've done. That one may justify all the terrible travails if we have the ability to communicate no better in the first place. Russell, we're going to boot you out of here at the end of this program if you do not respond. Edward Hudson, every day he comes here. Every day. The political situation in Thailand, where he is, in Bangladesh, where he is located, is traumatic, as it always has been. And it so happened that one of my friends at Harvard was a man named Maudud Ahmed, who became Prime Minister. I know some Bangladesh, for my dear friend, Mr. Maudud Ahmed. He was a great man, and now is a controversial country, but to me, he remains a friend. Keep that in mind whenever you tell me about it. And he's been a guest, along with his charming wife, and a guest in my home. And like the ancient people in the Middle Ages, hospitality counts for something. You don't spit on the people who you have given hospitality to or have requested. Stan, I'm going to go through the various people. I want everyone to write a message to the 94 people in here. Tell them why now. And I want to see everyone's message on the screen. Led by Mr. Stan Davis, who is going to give us an elliptical comment, no doubt worthy of Webster's thesaurus. We want to see everyone, Gary. I want to tell you about why these people who are sitting in the rafters must join us today. This is not just my invocation. Here in this room has an edge, and I want to, or I shall take a dim view of it. Mr. Davis leads the pack, which is only fair. Worldprofit is the start of your truth. Come on, everyone. Very daring do. And as you see, dear friends, outside of the glass, it takes a little bit of push. That's why I am the nudge. No one will threaten that time. No one will be nudged number one. No one will be retired into the raft time of departure. Waiting. Now, just a few minutes, we're going to end this program. I'm going to ask Mr. Davis to go down for a couple of minutes. We're going to bring this up. The conclusion of Patrice's remarks, Mr. Davis will program, and then I shall have a few last up. And Patrice, we'd like you to come up.
Good day, Dr. Lant, and all our
Calling Patrice.
115 members and guests
And here she
who
is.
sat there.
Opinion about it?
How many people just in this one program missed out on an opportunity that could have changed their life and opened doors for being able to work with a team of people like yourself, Dr. Lant, and George Kosh and Sandy Hunter and all the monitors and members here. And it's you miss it now and the opportunity's lost and you're left chasing shiny objects. And if they want to catch the replay of today's program, mull it over a little bit more, I'm hoping that's what they're doing by not responding, and
like rats.
It'll be up on the YouTube channel Patrice Porter and up on our World Profit Tube at www.worldprofittube.com. And you can check out my home business central at www.20waystoprofit.com. And I also help people create abundance by gardening at www.gardeningforfoodsecurity.com. And with that, I'll say my adieus till the next Anything Goes at 1 p.m. Eastern. Bye for now.
And we thank Patrice as every day she does that needs to be thanked. Davis is going to say a few final words. Papa, everyone knows.
Whose I somehow turned the other way and did.
May I tell you one of my this is what I said to myself over the last almost half a century, and I'll say it to you now. At the time of every great idea, whether it was Mohammed, Abraham Lincoln, Franklin Roosevelt, Winston Churchill, Dostoevsky, it didn't matter who, 9% of the public didn't know about it, care about it, wasn't invested in it, think about it, got it wrong, you get the picture. Humans have a remarkable income, constructing every great thought and idea. And if you sit here, I don't say that. I say, did we get one today? Today, then we moved ahead. We rise to the challenge, or we meant to, in which case, and I want you to well. When I leave here at the end of the day, exhausted, that exhaustion is saying that I did my job and did it right. But do you think we changed today? A single one.
A number of us, and I think tackled of memory in the mind and couch instead of putting it in a pocket and coming forward and doing something for their owning world profit.
Now, it wouldn't be me if I didn't say that Paris, South Africa. The reason I've suggested silver is because they didn't have any. I knew fairly well exactly what kind of establishment to do to upgrade it. And that's my interest. Not that I helped them and things were. Now I'm going to terminate today's program with joy. Can you approach this job every 3 years? Because what we're doing is the best work possible. Keeping people at the bottom of it, and we're elevating. Sometimes it's quite diligently, memory collapses of innate in this company. We help people all over this world world to get through the most destructive economic travail. It's not that we won't have more and better travails to come. We will. But we brought people through. The people who followed the directions were better off than those who did not. And when I ready for events, I'll have on my an 8. Now, we're going to have who comes up? Mr. Diaz? Who comes up? Smith. Gary Smith, is it you? And we want to tell Nelson Morrison, and Larry Yepers, and Carol Lee. Please help follow our guidance. You are. Well, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for another of this marvelous. And I remind everyone that there is anything goes. It is the longest program of its kind anywhere in the world. And I want to give homage to our leader. In olden days, Limstock King was looked upon as thing. Cole Porter, Yale, the only great thing that Yale University ever produced. Thank you so much. Absolutely wonderful today. But nothing surprising about that.